Welcome to PM Mentor, but this is Matt. Now, before we jump into SAP implementation, there is one fundamental question every SAP professional must clearly understand. What exactly is SAP MM, and why is it so critical for any business? Because no matter whether it's manufacturing, retail, pharma, or logistics, every business depends on materials. And managing those materials efficiently is what keeps operations running smoothly.
SAP MM, which stands for Materials Management, is the module responsible for handling everything related to procurement and inventory. But let me simplify this for you. SAP MM ensures that the right material is available at the right time and at the right location, best, and at the right cost. Without SAP MM, businesses face delays, stock issues, cost overruns, and operational breakdowns. So in this session, we are going to understand SAP MM not just as a module, but as the backbone of business operations.
Now, let's talk about the procurement lifecycle, which is the heart of SAP MM. Every business follows a simple but critical process when it comes to procurement. It starts with a requirement. For example, a production team needs raw materials. This requirement is captured in SAP as a purchase requisition, or PR. From there, the procurement team converts the PR into a purchase order and sends it to the vendor. The vendor supplies the material, and once it arrives, the business performs a goods receipt, or GR. At this point, inventory is updated in the system. Next comes invoice verification, where the vendor sends an invoice and SAP checks it against the PO and GR. This is called three-way matching. Finally, the finance team processes the payment. So the complete flow looks like this: requirement to PR to PO to GR to invoice to payment. This end-to-end process is called Procure-to-Pay, or P2P, and SAP MM manages this entire lifecycle efficiently. This ensures transparency, control, and accuracy in procurement operations. Now, let's understand where SAP MM actually fits within the overall SAP landscape. SAP is not a single system. It is a combination of multiple modules working together to run an entire business, and SAP MM plays a central role in this ecosystem. Think of SAP MM as the bridge between operations and finance. On one side, it interacts with business functions like purchasing, inventory, and warehouse operations. On the other side, it connects with financial systems to ensure every transaction has an accounting impact. SAP MM sits at the core of logistics and supply chain management. Every time a material is purchased, received, stored, or consumed, SAP MM is involved. It ensures materials are procured correctly, inventory is tracked in real time, costs are captured accurately, business processes are aligned. Without SAP MM, other modules cannot function effectively. For example, production cannot start without materials, sales cannot deliver without stock, and finance cannot record transactions without procurement data. So SAP MM is not just a module, it is a foundation layer that supports the entire business process chain. That is why SAP MM is considered one of the most critical modules in any SAP implementation. Now, let's move to one of the most powerful aspects of SAP MM, integration with other modules. SAP is designed as an integrated system, which means no module works in isolation. SAP MM is tightly connected with finance, sales, and production. Let's start with FI, finance. Whenever a goods receipt is posted in SAP MM, it automatically creates an accounting entry in FI. Similarly, when an invoice is verified, it impacts accounts payable, so every procurement activity has a financial impact. Next is SD, sales and distribution. Sales depends on inventory. When a customer order is created, SAP checks stock availability. If stock is not available, procurement is triggered through SAP MM, so MM ensures that sales commitments can be fulfilled. Then comes PP, production planning. Production requires raw materials. SAP PP uses MRP, material requirement planning, to generate demand, and SAP MM fulfills that demand by procuring materials. So the integration works like this. MM supports PP by supplying materials, MM supports SD by maintaining stock, MM supports FI by recording financial transactions. This real-time integration ensures that the entire business runs in a synchronized and controlled manner. That is the real power of SAP. Now, let's understand SAP MM with a real-world manufacturing example, because this is where everything becomes practical. Imagine a car manufacturing company. The production team needs raw materials like steel, engines, and electronic components to build cars. This requirement is captured in SAP as a purchase requisition. The procurement team reviews this and creates a purchase order which is sent to approved vendors. The vendor delivers the material to the factory, and once the material arrives, the warehouse team performs a goods receipt and the stock is updated in SAP. Now, the production team uses this material to manufacture cars. Once the vendor sends an invoice, the system performs invoice verification, ensuring that quantity matches, price matches, and delivery is correct. After validation, the finance team processes the payment. So, in this entire process, SAP MM handles procurement and inventory, SAP PP handles production, and SAP FI handles accounting. Everything is connected. Without SAP MM, production would stop due to lack of materials, procurement would be unstructured, and inventory would be inaccurate. This is why SAP MM plays a critical role in manufacturing industries. It ensures smooth, efficient, and controlled operations. Now, let's quickly summarize what we have learned. SAP MM is the materials management module responsible for procurement and inventory. It manages the complete procure-to-pay lifecycle from requirement to payment. We understood how SAP MM fits into the SAP landscape as a central module connecting operations and finance. We also saw how it integrates with FI for financial transactions, SD for sales and stock, and PP for production requirements. And through a real manufacturing example, we saw how SAP MM supports end-to-end business operations. So remember this, SAP MM is not just a module, it is the backbone of supply chain and business continuity. In the next session, we will move deeper into SAP implementation and understand how these processes are actually configured in real projects.
Hope you're enjoying this SAP Activate tutorial. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Katend, I reply to everyone.
Thanks for watching. I hope this session helped you understand SAP Activate better. If you have questions, comment below. I'm here to help. And make sure to subscribe to PM Mentor for more expert SAP and project management tutorials.